Good morning. I wanted to talk to you today about stress. This is Sandy Rodriguez. I forget which video number this is. I worked on one over the weekend. I thought I'd kill myself before I finished it, but I finished it because I was determined. But today I wanted to mention stress. I think everything in life for me starts out hard, then it gets easier. I've been having this overwhelming stress feeling, which I really shouldn't have. Overwhelming, just, I don't know what was wrong. Something, I need to do my EFT and calm myself down. But I was determined to do this video, and things weren't turning out exactly the way I wanted to. The final product I'm actually pleased with, and I did manage overnight to get it posted to YouTube, but I was irritated because I wasn't able to do these. Anyway, one time someone told me about, I was in a class about stress a long time ago, and they said on a scale from 1 to 10, I need you to rate what's the worst thing that could happen to you. And immediately people think about death. And the answer is, death is not always the worst thing. So I started thinking, buried alive, that pretty much would be pretty bad. And then I thought another step, because by this time I was a mom, and I thought about something happening to my kids, and I could do nothing about it, and watching them die, and I could do nothing about it. I decided that was definitely a 10. Later on in life, I found out Scotty wasn't speaking the way he should. At 2 years old, prior to me having Scotty, I didn't do any babysitting. My nieces, I love them to death, but if they had a dirty diaper, I'd just hand them back to mom. I didn't really take them overnight or anything like that. I'd take them out for, a little shopping trip because I'd have extra money and we'd enjoy ourselves. But it was just the girls and I, and they were potty trained. I didn't have to do that. So I really didn't babysit because I never considered my nieces babysitting. They were so good and so wonderful and loving, and I loved it. I totally enjoyed that. Those are my girls. They still are my girls. But I've decided nothing in life starts out to be easy for me. It always has to be harder. So even when I started out wanting to have a family, I was 4 months along, and I lost my baby. And I had just heard the heartbeat, and I was told everything was okay. And within a week, right around Christmas, I lost the baby, and it was just so traumatic. But when I had Scotty, I was going to be this perfect mom, and I was going to do it all natural and all that good stuff. And I did nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with anything I put in my body. Everything was healthy. I didn't even have any of the aspartame or saccharin or anything unnatural. And come to find out, when Scotty was 2.5, when I took him to the doctor, they said he's not speaking the same amount of words he was when he was 2. And, I was in Germany at the time, and I'm like, holy cow, I thought it was my imagination. And, I thought I was going crazy because I got just a little toddler, and by that time I had my second child, David, who was totally different, and an angel baby, as opposed to my Scotty, was such a challenge. A loving challenge, but a challenge, all the best. Long story short, the stress of 10. Did not know what was wrong with Scotty. At one point we thought he might have a hearing problem. And what's adorable is because he loves movies and loves everything Hollywood, and has apparently all along. But apparently there was a stereo, the old stereo sets with the glass. next to the TV. We had a big 25-inch TV. I thought he would be listening to the TV, but he was looking at himself. And in hindsight, that's so adorable. He still does this. We have glass French doors in our den. So sometimes when he's talking to me, because he doesn't like eye contact, and I finally found out what that was. It's too many pictures he's taking. But anyway, he doesn't like eye contact, so he'll look. He's talking to you over there, but he'll look at the reflection of how he is talking to you. And you're like, hey, I'm over here. In any case, it was a year before we found out, or at least got a diagnosis. We were in Germany. We came back to the States, went to a doctor on Cape Cod, and this doctor could see something was terribly wrong. Scotty was flipping up, coming down the lights, and he was giggling. He'd giggle all the time. I thought that was funny. For a while, I thought Poltergeist was around because he would giggle and talk. Very creepy. But he'd giggle. How bad could that be in a kid? Anyway, I'm trying to get to the stress point. They take him a month in Mass General, and they kept saying he didn't have autism, but he had autistic tendencies. And then they did an MRI and CAT scans and spinal taps, and Lord knows it took me years to get this kid to a doctor again, because what they did to him was just horrendous, because they did not want to give that diagnosis of autism back then. This was 1986, so this was not common. And long story short, they told us that he had adrenal leukodystrophy, which, if you've ever seen the movie Lorenzo's Oil, you will know is terminal and genetic. So on my scale from 1 to 10, I was at a 30 because I was pregnant with my Tommy. So all 3 of my kids would die of this terminal and genetic disease, and my scale on stress was at a 30. I mean, because if 10 was just 1, 30. So when we did get the diagnosis of autism, I will tell you I'm probably the only parent in the world who was happy with that diagnosis. My question was, can he live with that? The answer was yes. So people thought I was very strange. To this day, they probably think I'm very strange because they don't know what the alternative was. And I am thrilled. He's 28. His brother's 26, going to be 24 next month. Anyway, so if you think about stress, put it in perspective. I had no reason to be stressed. Don't know why I was. Don't know if it was change diet, change some supplements I was taking. Something's different about the formula. I think just a lot of little things. But don't let the little things get to you. There are so many bigger things out there. If life is meant to be difficult at first, it will get easier. Everything I've done in my life, I think God wanted me to learn how to do it the hard way first. Because Lord knows, I've done it the hard way. I've been through the ringer and keep coming out, and it's okay, because then I can appreciate everything. So appreciate life, appreciate your kids, appreciate your health, and just stop stressing and don't let things overwhelm you. It's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of things to get you overworked, but try to put it in perspective. Put it on a scale of 1 to 10. What is your 10? And don't let it get to you. And I say that, and sometimes I do, and I shouldn't. But don't let it get to you. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoy my scribe. I finally made a scribe, so it will be out at the same time as this, and it stressed me out a lot, which it shouldn't have. So I just wanted to do it perfect, and we're all not perfect. So you have a great day, and I just wanted to stop in and actually put a video out here again, and I'll do one later. Talk to you later. See you on the other side. Bye.